Hello students, welcome back to another class of social science. Okay, so class 10 social science class, and today we will be continuing with the topic that we have discussed or we have started in the previous class. Now in the previous class we have started with manufacturing industry, that is your chapter 8, and we have discussed about the different types of industries that are found in India basing on their raw materials. Then ownership, all those we have discussed in the previous session. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss about the different types of industry. Okay, the different type of industries that are found in India. And here the first one is to do with this agro-based. First we are going to start with those industries, okay, whose raw materials comes from agriculture. So those are called as agro-based industries. Okay, so first here we have this textile industry. Now this textile industry and cotton industry, that is the second one, these two are related in the sense both of them are to do with garments. Okay, that is the production of our clothes. Okay, so that is why we say they have similarities. Okay, now regarding these textile industries, this is the only industries in the country which is self-reliant. Okay, this textile industry is the only industry in India which is self-reliant and is also complete in itself in value chain. Okay, so that is to do with the textile. Then as I've said, coming to this cotton, okay, cotton industry, that is also the same as the textile because both of them are to do with garment. Okay, and then as I've said, their raw material is based on agriculture. Okay, then coming to this, the third one, that is the jute industry. Now this jute industry, this is the second most important industry in India. Okay, the jute industry is the second most important industry in India. And one reason why we say it is important is, one will be because it gives lots of revenue to the country. Okay, then the second one will be because it gives direct employment. Okay, it gives direct employment to the people, opportunities to the people. Here it says that this jute industries, okay, it gives direct employment to about 0.37 millions of people, millions of Indians. So 0.37 millions of Indians are getting employment. So this is also one reason why this jute industry is considered very, very important. Okay, it is the second most important industry in the country. The first one is to do with the cotton. Okay, the cotton and textile. Okay, then the next one is we have this sugar industry. Okay, sugar industry, and we all know that how sugars are manufactured, isn't it? You also know the raw materials that is needed for sugar. Automatically it comes to sugar cane, isn't it? So this sugar is again the India's second largest, okay, largest agro producing industry. Okay, it is the second largest producing industry, and it has been estimated that 34 millions, okay, 34 millions Indian farmers, they depend on this cultivation. Okay, 34 millions of Indians, they depend on this sugar cultivation. And the reason why is this sugar cultivation, they do it so that they can provide the raw material to the sugar industries, so that in turn the sugar industries will be able to produce the sugar for everyone, isn't it? So that is also another one important of sugar industries. Okay, because it gives employment, plus in one way we can say employment in the sense the Indians, okay, 34 millions of people are depending on that. That means they are cultivating. So that means they are also getting work, isn't it? They are also being employed indirectly. Okay, so that is to do with this sugar industries. But here regarding these sugar industries, okay, this sugar industries, it has some drawbacks. Okay, that means it has some problem, defect. Okay, And the reason why is this defect will be the sucrose, which is the content in the sugar, because of transportation. That means if the industry is not located around the sugar cane, so to say, or if it is nearby, not nearby, or if the transportation takes a long time in order to transport the sugar cane to the sugar company, then on the way it gets spoiled. Okay, it gets spoiled. So that is the problem that the sugar industries faced basing on this manufacturing of sugar. Okay, so that is to do with that. So the best solution will be, what they have suggested is, it should be located near the sugar field, or not near, but then where it can be easily available. Okay, where they can get it within a short span of time. Okay, so that is to do with this agro-based industries. Okay, now let's come to this mineral base. Okay, mineral based industries. Mineral base means we will be talking mainly to do with this heavy. Okay, mineral based industries, it will be mainly to do with this heavy industries. Heavy industries we have already discussed in the previous session. Heavy industries means we are talking about this iron and steel industries, isn't it, where they produce all those sheep and so on, and the production plus the result is heavy, so that is why it is called as the heavy industry. So all these are under the mineral based industries. Okay, so here the first one is, we have this iron and steel industry. Iron and steel industry, we all know the importance of iron and steel, isn't it, for everything, for the construction of, it can be anything, we need iron and steel. So that is the first industry. Okay, iron and steel. Then the second one is, we have this aluminum smelting. Okay, aluminum smelting. Aluminum smelting here, this is used to manufacture. Why we go for aluminum smelting is because this is used, this raw material, okay, this aluminum is used to manufacture aircraft. Okay, aircraft, wire, utensil, and so on. So that is why aluminum smelting is also important. Then we also have these cement industries. All these are under this. Okay, aluminum. Then we have this cement. Even if I don't go into detail, we all know what a cement is, isn't it? What it looks like, what it feels like, we all know it. Okay, so we have the cement factories. Then we also have these fertilizers. Okay, these fertilizers industries. All these are under this mineral based industries. Okay, fertilizers industries. Then regarding these fertilizers industries, it is very, very important again, because it was because of these fertilizers industries that the Indian, okay, we were able to undergo this green revolution, which we have again discussed in the previous classes. Okay, green revolution means where the farmers, they use different, that is the new technologies, okay, the modern technologies, the fertilizers, manures, better seeds, all these were used in order to produce more. Okay, in order to produce more. So that is called as the green revolution. So this green revolution was possible because of these fertilizers industries. Okay, then we also have this automobile industry. Automobile industry, we are talking about vehicles, okay, the cars. So here, one of the largest industries in India is the automobile industries. Okay, and this is again increasing. It is developing day by day. Okay, because of the needs of the people. It can be to do with the needs, or even to do with the wants also. I hope you know the difference between needs and wants, isn't it? Needs means we have the food, clothing, shelter. Those are our needs, which will basic things. Okay, wants, it will be to do, you are doing it or you are buying it only because you want it, not exactly you need it, but why you want it. Okay, now in the classroom we talk about that. Like for example, in your bag, okay, if I open up your instrumental box, okay, or instrument box, sorry, you will find that there will be lots of, or 2-3 pens will be there, right? Now, one pen, being a student, you need one pen, a pen. So that pen, a pen is your needs. You need that, okay? But the other extra pens that are just your wants, okay? So that is the difference between need and wants, okay? So automobile industries are increasing, okay? Industry in India is increasing because of the people's wants. Some will be to do with the wants, because you are aware that if you look around, you will find that in some families, okay? In some families, they have 3-4 cars, right? So that shows that is a wants. The extra wants or the extras are there wants. But these are all the reasons, okay, why the automobile industry is developing day by day, okay? Then the last one, which is considered as one of the most important, that is, we call it as the information technology and electronical industries, okay? Information technology and electronic industries. Here, by the title itself, you will know that this is something to do with information, means communication, right? Technology, all those new technologies that are coming up, okay? So all these are developing, and India industries is also developing a lot in this, okay? And here the main point is they have found a global foundation, okay? The Indian information technology and electronic industries have found a global foundation. That means they are also at par with the global world, okay? They are also at par with the global world. That is what we meant, okay? Now here what they do is, products are designed in one country, produced in another country, and then sold all around the world. That is what the big industries does. We talk about nowadays, okay, you students, we are so much into branded goods, right? You are so into branded goods. If your sneaker is not branded, you don't want to wear it, isn't it? That is the situation now. But what happened here is, when we talk about branded good, we call it as collaboration, okay? Collaboration means it is designed in one country, produced or manufactured in another country, and it will be sold to another country. So those are called, this is how industries operated. That is the branded goods industries, okay? So be aware of that, okay? Then talking about this industry, information, technology and electronic, what happened here is, in India, okay, Bengaluru has emerged as the electronic capital of India, okay? And that is why it is also known as the Silicon Valley of India. That is important. It might come in your objective, okay? So be aware of that. So those are to do with the different types of industries that are operating in India. And as I've said before, all these are very, very important, because all these are a part of manufacturing industry. And in the beginning, we have discussed about the importance of manufacturing industry, isn't it? It is very important because a country's economy, okay, a country's economy depends on it also. So the more industries it has, okay, the country will get more revenue. So it is also very, very important. But then on the other side, we all know that there are always two sides of a coin, isn't it? On one side we have the number, then on the other side we have the head, or we call it as the head or tail. So here when we say two sides of a coin, we are talking about the merits and demerits, okay? The advantages and the disadvantages. So here also, on one side, manufacturing is very, very necessary, okay? It is very, very necessary. It is very, very important for a country's economy. And India is also at the global level, basing on its standard, the industries and so on. And she's also getting lots of revenue from there. So that is the advantage part or the merit part, okay? But then, as I've said, there are always two sides. So there are also again disadvantages, okay? Because of these manufacturing industries, again there are some disadvantages, or we can say some problems. some problems that are being faced by the people. Okay, so you can turn to page 115. Okay, there we have this industrial pollution and environmental degradation. So this industries, on one side it is good, on the other side it also has its disadvantages. Okay, that is, they are polluting. They are polluting the country or polluting the world also because of this industries. Okay, so that is to do with the both the side, that is merits and demerits. So here when we talk about pollution, okay, how the industries are polluting or in what way, okay, here they have mentioned clearly. Now they have even given an example, and that is, do you know that every half liter of waste water, okay, waste water means we are talking about those waters that are coming out from the industry, okay, so half liter of waste water discharged, okay, by industries polluted or industries, it pollutes 4 times the quantity of fresh water. So you can just imagine, isn't it? 1 liter of water, waste water that is coming out from the industries, if it enters the fresh water, means we are talking about the clean water or the seas and so on. So here it pollutes 4 times the quantity of fresh water. So this is how we are, or the industries are polluting the environment. Okay, then what are we supposed to do? In other words, okay, but before with that, let's go into the different types, okay, how it is polluting the environment. So here we have number 1 is air, isn't it? How it is polluting the air. We all know the smoke that are coming out from the industries, isn't it? Even to do with the vehicles and all those are polluting the air. Then we also have this water pollution. Just now we have discussed that the waste water that are coming out from the industries, half liter also, it pollutes 4 times the quantity of fresh water, isn't it? Then we also have this land pollution. Land pollution in the sense, all those chemicals, okay, or garbages that are coming out and filling up the earth, they are again polluting the soil. Okay, then the fourth pollution is, we call it as the noise pollution. Noise pollution means the sound, okay, the different sounds that are coming out from the industries. All these are harming the human being, okay, or the living things, so to say. And how this noise pollution, okay, how it harms the people is, here it is written that noise pollution, it causes irritation. That means we get irritated, okay. Then it also causes anger, okay. Then it increases the heartbeat, plus it even increases the blood pressure. So all these are how the industries, okay, the industries are polluting the environment, okay. Now, how can we stop this, or how can we cut it down, or how can we curtail it? So those is, the first one is, the best one is, it is says that reduce, recycle and reuse, the 3 R's, okay. By using the 3 R's, we can reduce the pollution, okay, or to do with the industrial pollution or environmental degradation. The 3 R's, that is recycle, reuse and reduce. Reduce means cut down, okay, cut down using all those things that are harmful to the environment or to the world. Then recycle means try to use it, recycle again. For example, paper, isn't it? With papers, every day we use papers. Students, being a student, you write on papers. Now, after 1 year is over, after your session is over, what we tend to do is you just throw it away or you just burn it, isn't it? But what you can do is you can sell it, because people use this again to produce all those, we call it as recycle, this thing, chart, isn't it? Which we use, or students use in order to do your project and so on. So all these can be done again, recycle, isn't it? Then it can also be to do with reuse. Reuse means sometimes what we do is on one side you will write the notes, the next side blank, isn't it? But what you tend to do is you just throw it away. So what you can do is you can keep it, And when have time for study, or when you're doing your maths and whatnot, what you can do is you can use it as your rough paper, isn't it? You can write it on there again. So that is to do with reuse. So how we can protect the environment, or how we can cut down the pollution, is by following the 3 R's, that is recycle, reduce and reuse. Okay, so those are the ways through which we can cut down the pollution or the environmental degradation. So with that, we have come to the end of our chapter. Okay, I hope I was able to make you understand some points. As always, please read your textbook. Make sure you read your textbook. So thank you for tuning in and stay safe.